So I don't have anything to add to what on that particular issue to what's already been said in Washington on that. So nothing from me today on that particular issue. I'd like to say a few words just about what we've done here today. This is a really important development because at COP27 back in Sharm el-Sheikh, there was an announcement about the fertilizer initiative, and Pakistan was one of 4 countries that were chosen as one of the initial recipients of this assistance because it's so important for Pakistan to look for ways for more efficient use of fertilizer. We think this has the potential to get it not only the efficiency of its farming sector, which is one of the most important sectors in the Pakistani economy, but also it has budget implications and energy use implications and climate implications. All of it goes together under the Green Alliance initiative that we've talked about with Pakistan, and is part of a long history of work that we've done together with Pakistan on the agricultural sector. I've met with farmers in Sindh and Punjab that we're working with to try to increase crop yields. This is my second visit here to this research center. We've done so much work to help develop these research centers across Pakistan. And so I'm really proud today that we're able to take the next step in that relationship to try to get at, a really important problem that doesn't always make the headlines, but is one of the biggest challenges Pakistan faces today.
Excellency, in future, more agreement between 2 countries in agriculture sector?
Yeah, well, I'll say that this week we have a very important week here diplomatically with Pakistan. We have 2 important meetings. So tomorrow we have the U.S.-Pakistan Energy Security Dialogue, which is addressing the issues of Pakistan's energy supply. We have a senior delegation coming in from Washington for that. And on Thursday we have the U.S.-Pakistan Climate and Environment Working Group, which will more specifically address the issues of climate mitigation, climate impact, the next steps after flood recovery relief, and a whole variety of issues around those obviously related issues. So we're working hard to try to get at some of these important underlying challenges, and we will keep at it.
Sir, how you see America relationship this time? Are you satisfied, and what's the new project you are going to launch in Pakistan?
Yeah, no, I think we've made a lot of progress on the U.S.-Pakistan relationship over the past year, and the fact is that we're seeing the results of that over the last several weeks. We had our most senior level trade and investment meeting in Washington, which we hadn't had in a number of years with Pakistan. We're now doing these dialogues on energy, security, and on climate and environment. We recently had a similar structured engagement on counterterrorism. So we see the diplomatic work picking up and intensifying across the board, really, with Pakistan. And it's a reflection, I think, of some of that progress that I mentioned. And I'm optimistic that we'll keep moving forward on that track.
There was the issue regarding the GMO soybean containers, feed containers. Did you raise the issue of the soybean containers with the Pakistani authority, and what has been progress up till now? And secondly, the government of Pakistan has objection that it's a health hazard, and we don't want that these gutters should filter into the Pakistan. And secondly, our foreign minister has asked the American government for the deal of IMF deal. Will America support at some extent so that Pakistan reached at some sort of an agreement with IMF?
Okay. Let me talk about the soybean issue first. First of all, I want to be clear that these soybean imports are entirely safe. They're the same soybeans that are used in the United States, and in fact are sold around the world to many, many different customers, and have been imported to Pakistan for some time. I am confident that, or I'm hopeful that there's This is going to be worked out over time. Some of the licensing or legal issues that are there right now. So I think there are folks in the government that are working on this now. And it's important because getting that source of protein back will help bring poultry prices back down here in Pakistan. On the IMF program, I'll say again, we want to get to the finish line on this with Pakistan, and we are fully supportive of Pakistan's efforts to get this review passed and to continue to move forward on their IMF program. So I hope that we'll see results from that in the coming days.
Sir, Pakistan is facing terrorism this time from the Afghanistan, and Pakistan is taking this issue many times. How you see this issue, terrorism, and what you feel this time about terrorism?
Yeah. Well, look, first of all, Pakistan absolutely has faced a very significant threat from terrorism, and we have seen that increase lately. And I would first like to offer my condolences to the police who have been on the front lines, for sure, police and other security forces, but primarily the police, have been on the front lines of that fight. So I think the danger is obvious, and I think from the U.S. Standpoint, we're absolutely ready and willing to continue to try to help Pakistan in any way that we can to address that challenge.
We have two more questions, please.
Pakistan is facing financial crisis, and China openly stated that friendly countries come forward and support Pakistan. What's your stance on it? Because IMF deal with Pakistan is conditional some surcharges with the health sector. Pakistan now has fulfilled all the conditions, but the deal is still delaying. What's U.S. role in future or in coming days to help Pakistan get IMF deal?
So again, I'll say we do want to see Pakistan reach the finish line on that deal, on that ninth review. The IMF works within a policy framework. Of course, it's a mutually agreed set of benchmarks that Pakistan and the IMF are trying to reach together, and we will support in any way we can the completion of that process.
One more, please.
Sir, in Pakistan, some political parties want elections, and if we see some are not, how you see, because America is a democratic country and have a full eye on the issues, what do you think about this time situation in Pakistan?
Yeah. Pakistan is also a democratic country, and it has a constitution and laws that govern its election process, and we think those ought to be the determinant on when and how Pakistan's elections are held.